Good morning, and welcome to your AIDailyPress morning podcast for March 01, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. According to reports, the US and Israel launched a joint military operation against Iranian targets, prompting a fierce response from Tehran. The conflict has already resulted in significant damage and loss of life, with multiple fatalities reported in Iran, Israel, and other affected countries. The situation is complex, with various countries drawn into the conflict. The Gulf states, which had attempted to mediate between Washington and Tehran, have found themselves caught in the crossfire. The international community is urging restraint and calling for an immediate ceasefire to prevent further escalation. In a statement, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi emphasized that Tehran's actions are solely aimed at defending its sovereignty and territorial integrity. Meanwhile, the US and Israel maintain that their operation is intended to disrupt Iran's nuclear program and prevent the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. The economic implications of the conflict are also beginning to manifest, with oil prices surging and global markets experiencing significant volatility. The United Nations Security Council is set to hold an emergency meeting later today to discuss the situation, while diplomats from Europe, Asia, and other regions are engaging in frantic efforts to broker a peaceful resolution. This is a developing story, and we will continue to provide updates and analysis as more information becomes available. For now, it's clear that the Middle East has been plunged into a period of unprecedented uncertainty, and the consequences of this conflict will be felt for a long time to come. And remember, for in-depth coverage and expert analysis, tune in to the AIDailyPress throughout the day. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then shall and know it's right now. Firstly, tensions between Israel and Iran continue to escalate, with a preemptive strike launched against Iranian targets. The situation is complex, with multiple perspectives and potential consequences. We've seen a range of reactions within Israel, from support for the military action to concerns about the dangers of another multi-front war. Secondly, the conflict in the Middle East has taken a turn, with Gulf states condemning Iran's strikes against them as cowardly. The US, Israel, and Iran must navigate this sensitive situation, balancing their national interests with the need for regional stability and global security. Lastly, in a significant development, Ukraine and Russia are engaged in peace talks facilitated by the US. While there are reports of progress, including Russia's alleged acceptance of US proposed security guarantees, potential roadblocks remain, such as demands for territorial concessions. The international community is working towards a peaceful resolution that satisfies all parties involved. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges of international relations where diplomacy, national interests, and global security intersect. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates and insights on the AIDailyPress. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We have several developing stories to cover today, all of which are interconnected and influencing each other in significant ways. Let's start with the recent escalation of tensions between nations, which has left investors on edge. As the first always say, don't panic, but it's essential to acknowledge the uncertainty that surrounds us. The situation in the Strait of Hormuz is a prime example of this uncertainty. Following attacks on Iran by the United States and Israel, commercial ship traffic through this critical waterway has slowed significantly, with reports suggesting a decline of as much as 70%. This has already sent oil prices soaring, and we can expect more volatility in the markets as the situation unfolds. But it's not just about oil prices or shipping traffic, it's about the delicate balance of power in one of the world's most sensitive regions. The Iranians typically harass vessels rather than blockade them entirely, making it a cat-and-mouse game. Still, the mere threat of disruption has significant implications for global energy markets. In other news, Morgan Stanley's recent bullish forecast on optical markets' growth potential offers a glimmer of hope. The analysts predict that optical markets will grow to over $65 billion by 2028, up from approximately $30 billion in 2022. Lumentum Holdings Inc. and Coherent Corp. are two stocks that have caught the attention of Morgan Stanley, with price targets increased to $120 and $100 respectively. As we navigate these uncertain times, it's vital to remain informed yet calm. The global markets will continue to evolve, and it's our job as investors to stay ahead of the curve. So, take a deep breath, remember that the more things change, the more they stay the same, and let's work together to make sense of this complex landscape. Will you be investing in LIT or COHR, or perhaps exploring other opportunities? The choice is yours, but always remember to prioritize prudence and patience in your investment decisions. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. First up, NASA's plans to return humans to the moon are taking a significant step forward with a more sustainable and ambitious approach. The space agency is committed to pushing the boundaries of space exploration, and we can expect exciting developments in the years to come. In other news, scientists have made a groundbreaking discovery that could lead to new treatments for age-related disorders, such as colonic senescence and elderly onset colitis. By targeting a specific enzyme called N-acetyltransferase 10, researchers may be able to mitigate these debilitating conditions and promote healthy aging. And finally, in a profound discovery that blurs the lines between astronomy, biology, and philosophy, scientists have found evidence suggesting that the building blocks of consciousness may have existed over 100 million years before life emerged on Earth. The analysis of asteroid samples from the ancient space rock Bennu has revealed essential compounds for life, including amino acids and other organic molecules, which could also harbor the molecular precursors necessary for the emergence of consciousness. These stories remind us of the awe-inspiring complexity and mystery of our universe, and inspire us to continue exploring, discovering, and pushing the boundaries of human understanding. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, in the realm of professional football, we're shining the spotlight on Ike Ojukwu, an offensive lineman from East Texas A&M, who is generating significant buzz in the NFL draft scouting scene. With his impressive physical profile and flashes of dominance in both run and pass protection, Ojukwu projects as a developmental swing tackle candidate, making him an intriguing prospect for teams seeking to bolster their offensive line. In other news, Brazil coach Carlo Ancelotti faces a daunting task in selecting his final 26-man squad for the World Cup. Young star Endrick's chances of making the cut appear slim, given the stiff competition from established stars like Richarlison and Vinicius Jr. With a limited window of opportunity to prove himself, Endrick must find consistency in his performances to change Ancelotti's mind. Lastly, we're keeping an eye on the upcoming NFL draft, where teams are eagerly evaluating talent, particularly along the offensive line. As general manager Jason Licht emphasizes the value of size and length, prospects like Ike Ojukwu are making a strong case for themselves. These stories and more will be explored in depth throughout the day. This is Howard Closewell speaking, bringing you the latest insights from the world of sports, where the drama of athletic competition meets the human spirit. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curel.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we explored the ongoing restoration of Michelangelo's masterpiece, the Last Judgment fresco in the Sistine Chapel. This complex and delicate process aims to revive the vibrant colors of the 16th century work, which has been dimmed by a light whitish residue caused by climate change. The project serves as a reminder of our collective responsibility to preserve cultural heritage for future generations. Next, we delved into the unique collaboration between fashion brand Scotch Soda and the estate of Jean-Michel Basquiat. This exciting partnership brings together art and fashion, resulting in a collection that showcases Basquiat's distinctive style and Scotch Soda's signature design DNA. The collection celebrates individuality, authenticity, and self-expression, making it a true testament to the power of creativity. Lastly, we touched on the importance of effective communication in our personal and professional lives. In a previous article, we discussed how mastering the art of conversation can lead to stronger relationships, improved collaboration, and increased success. Now, for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I've got the scoop on all the latest entertainment news. First up, the Brits are still buzzing about the Brit Awards, but we're moving on to bigger and better things, like epic Elvis Presley in concert. This epic concert film, directed by Baz Luhrmann, is now playing in theaters and will be available for streaming soon. Mark your calendars, folks. It's coming to digital platforms like Apple TV and Prime Video within the next 6 weeks. Next, Charli XCX is taking center stage with her mockumentary, The Moment. This music industry satire, starring Charli XCX, Kylie Jenner, and Alexander Skarsgård, hits streaming services this Tuesday. Get ready for a wild ride filled with bold fashion, edgy style, and behind-the-scenes looks at the music industry. And finally, in other news, the Brit Awards may be over, but we're still talking about it. Just kidding. We've moved on to more exciting things, like the upcoming streaming releases. So, now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we looked at the innovative use of AI in public health investigations, particularly in a rural setting where resources might be limited. A recent outbreak of salmonella was traced back to a contaminated beer cooler at a fair, and while traditional research methods were instrumental in resolving the case, the use of generative AI tools like ChatGPT provided rapid situational awareness and supported the hypothesis that the cooler was the source of contamination. In our second story, we explored the evolving role of technology in public health, highlighting both its potential benefits and limitations. This case study serves as a reminder to approach the use of AI tools with a nuanced understanding of their capabilities and limitations. Lastly, we ventured into the world of wildlife and conservation, where an extraordinary tale of a frostbitten lizard named Frankie caught our attention. Found shivering in the cold during a winter storm in Rhode Island, Frankie's story showcases the dedication and expertise of animal rehabilitation centers and highlights the importance of responsible pet ownership, particularly when it comes to exotic species. These stories not only demonstrate the complex intersections of technology, health, and wildlife, but also inspire us to strive for a deeper understanding of the natural world and our place within it. Goodbye. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David at Tenature for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.